intro. It's intro time. Shush. Everyone shut up. Hold on. Intro. What's going on, guys? It's your main character, Talks Too Much, here with Third Party Studios. Welcome back to the channel. It's the 103rd episode of the Third Party Podcast, and we have the Cody.
What's up?
We have the Talks Too Much.
Did you literally call yourself the main character?
Yeah, I didn't mean to, actually, though. It was like a...
Yeah, it's supposed to be like, hey, welcome, main characters.
Exactly. I fucked that up. Speaking of main characters, guys, don't forget to go check out the merch store with the main characters hoodie. It's in the description below. Go click on it. It's awesome, super comfy. But we have other things to talk about before, rather than merch. Merch is not the important thing.
Merch.
Gina Carano's lawsuit wrapped up.
What?
I know, right? I mean, well, it's like, now we're like a radio show.
I know.
Speaking of it, have you seen the Brook and Jubal in the morning like thing? Like,
no.
It's apparently like all over my TikTok and my X feeds and on YouTube as well. I don't know if they're like the #1 morning show on radio in the entire world. But they're all their shorts are just everywhere. They do this like second date update thing where they talk. Someone will call in. They'll say went on a date, but now I can't find this person I was talking to originally, and can you call them and figure out why they ghosted me? I don't know. It's all over.
I've been telling people for years that any bit you hear on like FM radio is a bit.
It's scripted.
It's scripted. It's acted. They sell it. There's like a company that sells bits to like radio stations.
Well, I mean,
I've known this for years, and then like my dad will come in from work and be like, yeah, I was listening to whatever, and this thing come up. It's like, yeah. And 10 other stations did the exact same thing.
And every single person on Reddit has been cheated on with their fiance, with their brother, and then their family business, and then they made millions of dollars. Now everyone regrets being mean to them.
Oh yeah, we just called this random person. It's like, who do you want to send these flowers to?
Everybody. Yeah. Yo, I love family. Welcome to the stream. Hey, I'm seeing you over at us from YouTube. Thanks for being here. We got a lot of news to get into. And actually, before we do, Cody, what's been your nerdiness of the week? Like, what have you been in this week?
I've been for the whole week.
The entire I've
been doing nothing but Batman stuff.
We never got the answer to this question, and maybe we answered it privately, but the audience wants to know, like, what is your favorite superhero? Like, we started this yesterday.
Right?
Because you never answered it on the stream on Sunday last week. Because I answered.
It's such a hard question.
It's not a hard question. You can even change your answer a million times.
That's true. But as of right now, because I've done...
It's not like a religion.
It is.
It's where you just, like, if everyone comes after you, you abandon it.
In nerd culture, when you pick your superhero, it's religion.
It's your life. Yeah, you have to wear the shirt.
Right now, I got to go Batman, though, because I've gone such a deep dive.
Okay.
Like, I played every Batman game this week. I've dipped my toe into.
Right.
And I've been watching the animated series, too.
Yeah,
it's just been nothing but Batman.
So what is Batman? Which is interesting. I do wonder if it's interesting at all that my favorite superhero is Dick Grayson's Robin and yours is Batman. But I had a follow-up question to this that I put in front of you yesterday. Which variant of Batman, which source material, which Batman is your Batman? Like, think you should have an answer to this, like off the top of your head. Be like, go.
Not really. I mean, like, we grew up with the Dark Knight trilogy, so there's that Batman. I didn't watch the animated show as a kid.
You didn't?
No.
So you just watched it kind of coming back?
Yeah, I've been doing all that shit as an adult because I have the ability to.
You're an adult now, so you can do whatever you want, and that's how the internet works.
I don't get to miss my Saturday morning cartoons anymore.
But now...
But, I mean, yeah, you got the animated series, which is more like tropey and blah, blah, blah. Well, I didn't watch Batman 89 until 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah. No, I only watched Batman Returns as a kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
On VHS? Classic.
No, we got it on DVD.
Oh, okay. DVD.
It was a DVD that opened
a dinosaur?
Weird, where it was like, it's like a cardboard, DVD, and then you got that like flip thing to open it. Is that kind of old of it?
Oh, yeah. And, audience, as you guys are hanging out, if you guys have any pop culture related questions or any topics you guys want us to pull up and look at or respond to, feel free to throw that in the comments. We are hanging out with you guys. We see you guys as you're in there. So just, so don't be afraid to interact and let us know what you guys are thinking. And honestly, question to the audience, what nerdiness have you been up to in your last week or this summer so far?
So last week I was bitching about the Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Because I was playing that. I was like, it's horrible when it comes to like, the game doesn't hold your hand, which people like, and
well, that's the best thing.
Yeah. So I was like getting my ass kicked 24/7. Now I've become a master at that game in a week.
Now you just know.
I've been going back and playing all of them. Like, this shit's easy as fuck, man.
I have mastered the art of pushing X multiple times in a row. Button smash.
Yeah, it's like that combat system that they have in Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War.
I love that system.
I didn't like it for the longest time until the Batman games.
Really?
But, yeah, I was not a fan. It just seemed too, I don't know, simplistic.
Are you talking about the combat or the Nemesis system? Because when you say
combat system itself.
Well, because when you bring up Shadow of Mordor, the thing that it's known for is not the combat system. It's known for the Nemesis system because that's what had all the drama around it and the fact that no one else had anything to do with it. Yo, quick, so to the audience for some context, Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, the two games that came out from WB regarding Lord of the Rings, and there were more. Had a system in place called the Nemesis system, which was an NPC, something you were a monster or an orc you were fighting in the game. If it defeated you, you could respawn. You could come back in, but that orc would level up. It would get stronger. So the one that beats you, yeah, they remember you. So the one that defeats you keeps getting stronger as you progress through the game, and the more times it beats you, the harder and harder it is to like overcome. And Warner Brothers, I don't even know if it was Warner Brothers who held the patent. It was probably the studio who actually held the patent to it.
It's Warner Brother Games, I believe.
I'm reading Harry Potter too much and playing Tetris. Did you see the Tetris movie? I really like the actor.
No.
I really like the actors in it, and I got bombarded with all of the shorts from it, and it looked awesome. Like, this is one of those slept-on movies for me. Like, it really looks like it had so much potential, but it's about Tetris, and I don't have anything against Tetris at all. It's just not like a hard lock game for me. If I'm gonna like zone in and play,
it's got one of the most memorable scores ever, though.
Yeah. Or I thought you were just talking about Tetris, like
Tetris the game.
Just the like,
not the movie.
Tetris the game.
I haven't watched the movie.
Score by Hans Zimmer. Dude, that would be funny. What is your podcast about? So we on Third Party Studios cover pop culture topics. We do movie reviews, depending on. So we'll do movie reviews from time to time, depending on what's out and what we're looking at doing. You could come find us on Sundays and often on Thursdays for gaming live streams, and then we'll put out shorts and stuff like that casually throughout, or as we can upload them. But the podcast is almost exclusively about pop culture topics, things like that. Some topics we really want to get into today are Gina Carano's lawsuit wrapping up, an executive order signed by Donald Trump about that's going to have a pretty significant impact on the gaming industry and a lot of other industries as well. And I don't think that it was actually targeted with intent to have that happen, but as a result, looks like it might. And then what was the other thing? Fantastic Four. Okay, so
box office stuff.
Box office numbers. Where should we? I mean,
what have you been doing this week?
Okay, fair enough. So I recently got in my life, I got a new puppy.
What?
And that has exhausted the hell out of me. Got a new puppy. She's a really cute, like Irish setter, Irish setter poodle mix. So she's just adorable. But outside of that, in nerdness, I've been really playing the shit out of Battlefield 2042 and looking at Battlefield 6 with a little like. Critically looking at Battlefield 6 and kind of getting excited and hyped about that.
Yeah, you're kind of rejoining the Battlefield.
Well, I've been
late in the game.
Well, okay, so there's some like you and I both know there's some context to this with the history of the channel. So when we were first starting off, it didn't take long before the channel kicked off when X Defiant started getting into the news and Ubisoft pitching their COD killer first-person shooter alternative. And at this point, I had completely burned out on Call of Duty. I was done. I didn't want anything to do with it. I was tired of the messaging in it. I was tired of the gameplay. I thought it was...
You don't like playing as Nicki Minaj?
Not particularly. Well, what about the giant, like, fluffy people? Like, the big...
Furries?
The big furry, like, what, they were like Teletubby-looking motherfuckers.
I don't know, so dumb.
I don't remember what they were, but yeah, they just got really dumb and silly with it, and it was over the top. I also really didn't like... As soon as they introduced the Battle Royale and the armor plates into the gameplay, I was really checked out at that point, because the armor plates thing...
It's like the Modern Warfare remake.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, and I mean, even remember before that, the thing that really spun a lot of people off of Call of Duty was their series of games and flops that they had post the original, the OG Modern Warfare series. Remember, they had Ghost, which was a failure.
Everyone hated.
Yep. Then they had
Advanced Warfare.
Infinite Warfare.
Never played Advanced Warfare. Everyone's saying Infinite Warfare is like the best campaign.
It has a really good campaign. I won't say it's the best, but I thought Kit Harington played a really good villain in that, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the campaign considerably. Yeah, it was.
That's the only one I can't get on PlayStation 5. Is Infinite Warfare.
Do you know why?
Advanced Warfare.
Do you know why you can't get it? Is it a licensing thing?
I think it's just like, oh yeah, this product is no longer available on this platform.
Wild.
That's the only one, which is weird.
Well, and so when all of those games came out, then they had the World War II game, and they remastered the old Modern Warfare game. So they put out a bunch of games. I wouldn't call
Vanguard, which no one played.
Vanguard, no, yep. They had Battlefield, or I'm sorry, Black Ops 4, which I think it was Black Ops 4 that was like just multiplayer. They didn't have a campaign with it, which like people who really liked Black Ops really loved it for Treyarch's campaigns.
I liked the campaign in 3. I played it multiple times.
Yeah, I mean,
very like fucking.
People sold on like the Black Ops 1 and 2 campaigns. Like Woods is a favored character like throughout the entire like mythos of the Call of Duty universes. So so with Call of Duty, I got burnt out on it, and then
this is one every year too.
Yeah,
so it's like Jesus Christ.
It had a lot more to do with the messaging and with what they were trying to force into it, and then they had their like community, like they were retaliating against the community and kicking people for voice chats. Do you remember when Xbox when we broke the news?
Battlefield started that with Battlefield 5.
No. I'm talking about so yes, people got like the community chat, like the party chats and the community chats were regulated. People could report and you could get kicked for like community guidelines on harassment and whatever the hell hate speech is. And then or whatever it's supposed to be. But when we were covering it on the podcast, I think it was like 2 years ago, Xbox and Microsoft were partnering up to go through community chats with messages. So if you messaged people back and forth, or if your community, or if your voice chats were recorded, and they would go through those messages, or even if you had private play or person to person. So like if I messaged you and I had some wrong think in my message to you, I could lose my Xbox Live, I could lose my my games, I could be locked out of so many different things in order to, and so you'd be basically like crippled from all of the things you were using with your Xbox. Your $500 console, I'm using 500 because that would be the price at the time you bought it. Whatever Xbox Live or Game Pass would look like at the time, the $100 game that you've invested time and money into playing, all of these things you would just lose for wrong think, or for being mean to people.
Wrong think. That's another fucking. What does that even mean?
I don't know, man.
Depends on whoever's.
I'm wrong when I think all the time. I'm wrong all the time.
No, yeah, it's like, and everyone, like, I don't know. People have been saying this for the past, like, I don't know, 5-10 years. It's like, can we go back to the old days, like Modern Warfare 2 lobbies?
Modern Warfare 2 lobbies made people better.
Yes.
They made people stronger. This is the same argument for why South Park is important. South Park makes...
You learned to trash talk in Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. It was just non-stop berating of just any and everyone.
Well, and then
everyone took it. It was fine.
No one was off limits either. Like, everyone was fair game in the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. You could go after anybody for anything persistently. And what was the recourse that any whiny baby Karen would have? Was, what were they going to do? They were going to hit X report, and nothing was going to come of that. Like, so they get it out of their system.
No, that was the age where you got 10-year-olds saying, it's like, oh, my uncle works at Microsoft and he's going to get you.
You know? Oh, yeah. People lied about who worked where. That still happens. My daddy works for Valve. Yeah. Well, you know what? Counter-Strike actually has a really good workaround to this. So like when you one of the things you can report people for in Counter-Strike is abusive chat, and it defaults to muting that person you were just reported. So so like it defaults to that. You could still toggle that off. So you could report someone for being mean to you online, they will be muted by default and the report will go through. And then you can also still unmute them to receive more trash talk or to keep shitting back on them.
And then report them again.
And then report them again. Just again. So honestly, the mute button should just be like the de facto. Like if you like when you hit report in any game, it should just default to muting the person or the party. Maybe it's one party that is like being a problem or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, it goes back to it's like someone bitching about being bullied online or whatever. It's like, it's your I wouldn't say it's your fault, but it's like you can
This victim blame the shit out of this poor. He's stuffed in a locker. Quit being a nerd.
Yeah. Why are you wearing that? No, it's just that like you don't have to interact with it at all. You can play games muted, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So
there are workarounds to it. It's a public platform, pretty much.
Well, and this is
the Roman Square.
This is why this is the town hall, the free space. But here's why I don't like. I'm really excited to talk about the executive order thing, and I'm
Should
gonna
we start with that then?
You know what? We could. I don't know if it's the most exciting of the topics to get into, but I do think it's by far the most important. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, yeah. So we had just the other day. Okay, so we should give some context. So last week we were talking about Valve and some updates that Valve had made to their terms of service. So now within Valve, if you're not familiar with Valve, real quick overview. Production studio responsible for making Counter-Strike, a lot of other games, and they host Steam, which is one of the biggest platforms for purchasing and acquiring video games online. It is the biggest one. So one of the criticisms that has come at them, and I think there is legitimacy behind the criticism. I think the scale of the problem is what's overblown by far. So Steam has adult content on it that they host, and they can people can purchase their adult games and all sorts of other different content on Steam's platform.
Mature content.
And you know what?
Very varied.
I don't personally have an issue with a category of content that is made for adults existing on this platform. And honestly, I do subscribe to the idea that you are more responsible for what your kids absorb online than the actual platforms that are selling it. However, I think if you don't like that content being on Steam, I think it's perfectly reasonable for a person to say, I don't like that content being on Steam. It's a reasonable take.
Yeah, you can have that take.
The issue that came was that Steam, we're going to be talking about Steam, Visa, and Mastercard specifically, but there are going to be many, many more avenues and branches to cover with this, so we're going to keep it focused on just those three as best we can. These companies, along with many others, were being petitioned by, what was it, Collective Shout. Is that the entity? I'm trying to remember the name.
It sounds right. I know it's Shout.
So something. I'm pretty sure it's Collective Shout. We'll go with that. Just double check me. But Collective Shout is basically was this online feminist organization campaigning and petitioning all of these major payment processing systems, banks, and other platforms that host content, petitioning for them to remove anything that they would look at to be sexist or favoring the male gaze, not the male gaze, but the male gaze with a Z. Z. But no, they were attacking Steam, and Steam was being targeted specifically. But what ultimately ended up happening when they were going through this campaign was they were successful in getting Steam, Mastercard, Visa to update their terms of service so that payment processors could look at the content-specific nature of what was being purchased and sold and using Visa and Mastercard, and say, we don't want to be party to that content. So
I can tell you, the first paragraph that comes up on Collective Shout's website is, since our launch in 2010, which I didn't realize they've been around for 15 years.
That's a while, dude.
Yeah. We have achieved many wins. Billboards objectifying women pulled down, sexualized children's clothing withdrawn from sale. Can agree with that. That's totally fine. Sexually violent video games banned. And then they out Andrew Tate's pimping courses removed from Spotify. An age verification trial underway to help protect kids from exposure to porn. Totally fine too. But there's always you can agree with them on some things, but then they're trying to get rid of anything they deem
good looking,
sexualized.
Yeah.
So it's you can't have Sydney Sweeney selling jeans, according to them.
Right. I mean, that was one of the they're not.
Their thumbnails are very provocative. So
well, and one of the comments I had seen was that I would have to go pull this up. So, and maybe I will and post it repost it on X if I could find it soon. But do you remember Cuties, the show on Netflix that got a lot of garnished a lot of controversy, rightfully so, because there was that like child pageant, or like, no, not child was it like gymnastics
No,
thing?
it's basically little kids being strippers, that's where their
Right.
hypocrisy basically comes out, to where it's like, yeah, we got rid of sexualized children's clothing. It's like, yeah, cool. And it's like, but we also support cuties. It's like, well, where the hell's the consistency
Yeah,
here?
come up with something come up with something a little bit more consistent. So what ultimately came about with this was Steam had updated its terms of service so that if you wanted to for a publisher of a video game, a developer, if you wanted to make and sell your video game through the Steam platform, your game had to not only be compliant with Steam's terms of service, but also the terms of service for the payment processors, including Visa, Mastercard. I believe there's the list is longer than just those two, but Visa and Mastercard were the ones who had also updated their individual terms of service, and also they were the biggest ones. So they were the most relevant. That's who people were going to mainly use to buy and sell their video games. Now, that wouldn't be an issue if the terms of service weren't just unnecessarily aggressive in like their approach to what they think is going to be bad for their brand image. So when they are payment processors and they're saying anything we don't like or anything that looks like it could be damaging to the brand is something we're not going to allow to be used or to use our payment processors. Well, your Visa and Mastercard, you're basically all of payment processing. With the between the two of them, they have almost a monopoly. I don't know what their market share is exactly, but I don't think I have to pull that up. I don't think I have to pull those numbers for us to be.
You either have one or the other.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So with Visa and Mastercard, if you effectively pull payment processing for any type of content, regardless of how obscene it may be, first off, they're like who they were posting and who they were like criticizing or pulling from the Steam page as far as like mature content, they were all categorized as mature content. None of them were like for kids. They were not like advertising themselves incorrectly or trying to reach a younger audience intentionally. They were just existing as a category of mature content, as a genre.
Well, remember
itself.
Remember back in the day when before digital media got so big, you had to buy physical copies. I know this is a new concept for some viewers or whatever, but
boo, you ruined it all.
You had to go. You had to go to GameStop or whatever and buy a game, and if it was rated M, you had to be 17 or older. They would not allow you to buy the game.
No,
I've tried multiple times when I was a kid.
Well, and even like with an adult, like they
or buying rated R movies is the same thing.
Yeah. It used to be far more like now you can buy any category of almost anything on like on YouTube or anywhere else, like for movies and shows.
Yeah, if you got a card on file, you can purchase whatever you want on Steam or PlayStation or whatever. But that also it goes back to like, the parents are supposed to be the one policing this shit.
Yeah,
it's not up to like the government or any entity or whatever. It's
what would be smarter is if Steam had
fuck with my games.
Right. Well, what would be smarter is if Steam had something more akin to like an age verification or
they
like
do, but
like
you can just put in whatever.
Right. Or like whatever. Well,
like I think on Steam, I was born on January 1st, which is a lie.
Well, Snipeaholic, we know him as Tyler. He's been on the podcast before, and he was talking to me the other day about how for TikTok and for like Epic games like Fortnite, they do have some more aggressive and more effective like child proofing or child basically securities for preventing kids from interacting with the internet at large in a more wild west way. So here's the gripe. Here's where the problem comes in. So as a result of the payment processors now updating their terms of service so that anything they deem as harmful to the potential brand or harmful to their image is now not going to be allowed to have or to be purchased through their payment processing, Steam has now purged all of this almost this entire category of games from the entirety of their sales platform. So this is where my understanding of like, I'm not a legal expert, and my understanding of like the Section 230 laws is very colloquial and just general. But my understanding of it is that you get a protection from being sued from the government for the type of content that exists on your platform, so long as in good faith you are maintaining that platform's integrity in a content neutral way. And they like during the legal arguments, they likened it to like AT&T or Verizon, where a cell phone provider cannot be held accountable for gang members using their cell phones to coordinate like bank robberies and stuff. So you couldn't these platforms couldn't be held liable for the illegal content being done through their tools because they were neutral and content neutral, and they were not like taking down specific content.
Right.
Now they are. So
which is insane. It's basically the argument of like, well, Hitler drank water and you're drinking water, so you must be like Hitler.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of like the same. It's like, so they used your services or whatever to do said bad thing, therefore you are liable to it.
Exactly.
Which is like, hey, people had to put like warning stickers on stuff. It's like, hey, don't use this ski to assist in childbirth, kind of thing.
Right.
It's just common sense kind of.
Well, and now, so this is the difference between, what is it? It's a publisher and what is the other one? A platform and a publisher. So a platform hosts everything carte blanche. A publisher editorializes and reviews and has different restrictions that garner what kind of content they host outside of the legal boundaries. So it's additional rules and regulations beyond what the government and what the law says is going to be legal and not legal. So the government doesn't expect anybody to host like CP or actual video of crime. They don't have that expectation. But if you decide all of a sudden to stop hosting religious services via streaming, now all of a sudden you are being an editor. You are saying this content is not allowed because of the way we want to have our content exist on our platform, not in a content neutral or content biased way.
Right. This is like the whole thing that was happening with back when it was Twitter before the Elon bought it. I was like, is it a public square or is it not?
Well, yeah, exactly. So I'll go even one step further. Rumble is the retaliation, is the community and the market's retaliation against YouTube for doing the same thing with the Adpocalypse 2.0. I mean, all the different things that YouTube had been doing. And then you had Parler. You remember when Parler first came out in 2020? And then all of a sudden you had the J6 stuff. J6 happened, and people were saying Parler was where people were coordinating their attacks and insurrectionals on the capitals and stuff.
Well, wasn't it taking it down because they were using Amazon servers, and Amazon was like, hey, fuck these guys, and shut it down pretty much?
Yeah, Amazon at whim just said no, just noped to them, and they just got like hard dropped. But even they weren't even, I think they were, oh my God, I believe they lost their domain and they lost their web hosting through Amazon, but they didn't have any means of bringing it back up. And even when they wanted to do something on their own, there was a bunch of legal barriers to that as well. And it was a coordinated effort through Facebook, Google, Amazon, and a bunch of other platforms that. Oh no, I'm sorry, I was a little bit off target there. The coordination came from Apple and from Google, who both pulled it from the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store simultaneously, meaning no one could download and install this app outside of doing an it's an APK file, I think it is, but it's outside of like manually installing it, which to the average layman, it's such a barrier to like participation that almost nobody wants to or goes through those extra steps.
Yeah, when it comes to Parler itself, it was like Amazon was web hosting it, got rid of it, and they said if they couldn't find one, they would go offline, which it did.
Yep.
It stylized itself as an unbiased social media. Amazon took it down because they found 98 posts on the site that encouraged violence. It's like, all right, have you been on Twitter?
Have you been on Facebook? Have you been on my grandmother's singular page on this one thing? Dude, you could find 90. Well, and hold on. This is Amazon and Facebook. This is Amazon. Dude, they believe speech is violence. And you host a text to speak platform, you host a speech platform. You're going like if speech is violence, you're what would it be like Genghis Khan of violence or like of internet violence if that's your position. So okay, so we've laid out the context of what went down, talked about what the result has been and what the community has kind of lost. Now, if you are someone who doesn't enjoy mature content, then maybe you are less inclined to care about this specific problem. And maybe you even find some of the content weird and are even somewhat glad that it's gone. But what comes next is your content. It's the content you actually enjoy.
It's like the slippery slope thing.
Well, and people say like I've heard that
it goes like to like hate speech. It's a slippery slope. It's like, who defines hate speech? It's like, what do you define as mature content? It varies from person to person.
Well, I love that people have likened the like slippery slope to the slippery slope fallacy. It's like you just think like it's not a fallacy. It's just how things go. Like,
we allowed gay marriage, and now we've got drag queens twerking to 6-year-olds in kindergarten.
Dude, the one video where they put $1 in the kid, or they give a kid $1 to go put it up in the thong of this drag star.
That's an example of slippery slope.
Dude, in the adults, in the privacy of your own space, do what you do. I don't actually have a problem with that at all. But the kids thing, like, that was so over the line. And if you don't understand why, you're part of the problem.
That's still going on, by the way. Like,
I know.
Drag queens twerking in front of a kindergarten class. Dude, I just saw one the other day.
I don't like. This is what gets into like policing issues for me. It's like, these are crimes. And so like indecent exposure is a crime, whether you agree with the crime or not.
You're in a gay pride parade.
Exactly. All of a sudden, it's like you have carte blanche. It's like, what would that be? Be like the Purge, but for your
We'll just flip it onto like a straight pride parade. It's like that still would be fucking.
Those are just called barbecues. This is just called straight pride parades. Are just barbecues.
I'm talking about doing the inverse of gay pride.
I know.
It's like if it was the same parade and it was just straight people or whatever doing that shit, it'd still be like, what the fuck are we doing?
Those are just parades.
No, gay pride parades are parades.
No, right.
Parades are gay.
Parades are gay. Oh,
you heard it here first.
Yeah.
So are fireworks.
Breaking news. Parades are gay.
Yeah, so are fireworks shows. Why are you?
What? Hold on, dude.
Why are you?
Fireworks shows are the most American badass thing that's existed.
Okay, yes.
Also Chinese though, but they're Chinese though. I mean,
but it's like, why are you recording the firework show?
Don't do that. That's gay.
You're never gonna watch it back. It's like going to a concert and everyone's got their goddamn phones up. It's like, what are you doing?
You know what I think is weird? I think it's weird that like YouTube channels and like social media pages don't have like a. You know how like every channel has like a banner? Like here, I'll zoom. Where was that? That was the Gina Carano.
So you gotta prove that you were there.
Well, look. Cool. Okay, so you see the Gina Carano like little flower in the sidewalk. Also, that's
racist.
That's a weed, by the way. It's like so.
That is a weed.
That is a weed. Prove me wrong, bot.
What the fuck
Can
is
the botanist
profile picture?
It's a squirrel with chain mail and a mace, or is that a mouse? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a rabbit. It's looking to the side.
Why does that mean it's a rabbit?
No, it's because I was trying to figure it out too. It's like, oh, the profile.
I see it looking to the side, but shouldn't its ears be taller if it's a rabbit?
I mean, don't discriminate.
That doesn't look very wasco-y to me.
His ears are.
Sorry, I saw an opening and I had to take it.
Ears are, adequate length. Just don't shame them for that.
Don't. But my point was, why haven't we gotten to a point where these banners that are on like pages are actually video? Like, why aren't these video? Why do they have to be a single static image? That's such an easy thing to do. Like, YouTube has a trailers, quote unquote trailers for your channel where you could post a video, and so anyone who goes to your page for the first time sees a trailer there. So it's very possible. But
we're going off topic, but like, what was that social media thing that we used back in high school?
Oh, Bevo or Vivo?
Something like that.
Beepo. I think it's BEPO.
Something like that, dude. Or you could have like music playing when you fucking.
Dude, this was when like YouTube first like was kicking off, and this is like This is pre-MySpace. This was before MySpace.
MySpace is like 05.
I think this was still there. I don't think this was because people didn't go to MySpace and then move over to this tool.
I never had one.
Pretty much
just went over to like Bebo or whatever the fuck it was.
You need to pull that up and figure out what that social media platform was.
Is MySpace still a thing?
Yeah, it's still. Well, I mean, it's still open. The domain exists. I just think it's mainly for crack dealers.
Should we make it mainstream again?
We're bringing MySpace back. It's gonna be old retro shit that no one remembers. That's gonna be all that's in there. But the
I gotta find it now.
But no, the thing that made Bebo, I think it's Beepo, Beepo or Bebo, whatever. Also, I'll call it Bebo until we figure it out. But Bebo, the thing that made it more so cool was that you could on YouTube they still had the embeds for the videos like front facing. All you had to do was copy some text from the YouTube video, and you could put it on Bebo. All of a sudden, whatever music video or like thing you wanted people to see on your channel or on your social media page or post you wanted to have there, all of it was so easy to migrate from A to B, and then all of a sudden you just have it on your page. It was really, really cool. Then Facebook comes along and everything sucks because Facebook didn't like you sharing other things onto it, which smart, but lame.
I mean, there was a lot of like copyright issues coming from like Bebo because you could just do whatever pretty much on that site.
Like, well, it was the Napster of social media.
Great website too.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it started up in 05. It's Bebo.
It is Bebo. Okay.
Bebo. Nope. B-E-B-O.
That's what I said. I literally said Bebo.
I heard with a P.
Bebo led us to water.
But anyways, in 05
We
to
don't-
2013.
Get in
but
Bebo. Get in Bebo.
it's relaunched several times, and in 2021, it was announced that it was going to come back.
No shit.
But in May of 2022, it was shut down once again. It's like, come on, dude. I want that site back.
Why? Is there any reason?
So in 2022, it's just gone.
It's just gone.
Yeah, it tried starting up again throughout the years after 2013, and then 2022 is gone.
I remember
Can we get a like a GoFundMe or something going for bringing Bebo back?
We need a petition. We need money. Like, give us the money and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll just
We're bringing Bebo back.
I don't know how we're gonna do it, but just give us money and we'll figure it out.
We can't even buy the domain, but we'll call it something else close
We'll call
that people won't know the difference between.
Bebo.
Bebo. We'll call it Bebo. We'll just flip flop. That'll be
Sold
great.
it to Amazon too.
No, they're the worst. Okay, fine. Amazon, you can have it. Did it sell for good money? You just
25 million for a
Seriously?
out of date
for an out of pocket
video.
Wow, that's actually impressive. Because here's the thing: I would assume that there was probably a couple thousand. I assume there was probably a couple of thousand people live on Bebo at any given moment in time.
I mean, it was big in our school.
Yo, we got okay. So the Nice Guy 68. Are you guys streaming tomorrow? Yes. So tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Time or Central Standard Time, we are going to be streaming either Battlefield 2042 or maybe the Battlefield 6 open beta. There was some confusion about whether or not that was open or not, and we would even be able to participate. But it looks like it's an open beta, so anyone can. So yeah, we might be we'll be streaming one or the other of the Battlefield games tomorrow, and you guys will see when we post it to go live. If we change it up to any other game, but yeah, as of now, you'll see us tomorrow for sure. 6 p.m.
It's one of the
Central Standard.
BFs.
Yeah, BF for days. Should probably cover some of the news though.
Yeah, we kind of went really off topic with
This is what's up with like the freeform like podcast format. I'm having a lot more fun. How about Eastern time? There's a lot to the east of us. Everything is east of us.
7 o'clock.
Did you just say like? Oh wait, Eastern. I'm stupid.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about North American Eastern time.
I thought like we have a lot of followers and people who are watching us from overseas and stuff.
We're Americans. We only know 4 time.
But also, if you're watching if you're watching at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, but you're watching on the opposite side of the planet, it's probably midnight. That's how time works, right?
Which Eastern time?
I am retarded. Can you help me out here, Cody? Can you with this time? You obviously understood what he meant.
So it would have been about midnight in Britain.
Just go one by one. There's only 24. There's only 24 of them to get.
No, American Eastern time is 7 o'clock.
Okay, 7 o'clock. All right, so let's go PM, not AM.
Yeah, you're not that far ahead.
That would be awkward. It's like
that'd be a weird fucking time jump.
Where have they been? It's been 12 hours. I really need my fix of third-party studios. The Cody's hilarious. Just kidding, that ginger bitch.
No one says that.
No one says that at all. People like there was that one lady who was watching our stream on TikTok and was like, "The Cody sounds really cool and nice." I was like, "You just got here. You have no idea how."
Bitch, you don't know.
You don't know who he is. This man's straight up evil.
But back to the story.
All right. So
let's digress a little bit.
So we covered so much of that, and then the news is that Donald Trump has signed an executive order that effectively was intended, or seems to have been intended for the banking systems and payment processors in order to protect the right of, well, I don't know if it's a right, but in order to protect the ability for all people in America to purchase and buy and sell what they would like to, make it more difficult for payment processors to actually restrict people's ability, or restrict their own ability to, what would you say, censor what people can buy and sell, and whether or not people can and cannot use their tools.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be like a conundrum with like businesses basically being able to turn whoever away?
It's possible. Well, it's not impossible to actually do that still. But the idea behind this, and this is an executive order. This is not law created by Congress. So unless people get involved and they actually talk to their representatives and push legislation forward that starts to hold the internet to a certain standard of free market. I'm not phrasing this correctly. I'm butchering how this is phrased. Yeah, I kind of get
what you're saying though. I think when it comes to like law wise, this is like very kind of wishy-washy of like banks can do whatever the fuck they want and whatever, and payment processors can turn people down, or a person has the right to
associate with whomever they want to, and not with whomever they don't want to.
It's very murky waters.
Here's what I'll say. All of this goes away if you remove Section 230 protections. If you remove these platforms' ability to get or to be protected for the content they host on their platform, all of a sudden, all the illegal shit that happens on Visa and Mastercard can stop being protected from that. They actually have to start self-governing and make sure that they do not host terrorists and payment processors through their platform.
But then again, it would be like, what do you deem a terrorist? Because they would deem Nick Fuentes a terrorist.
I work it backwards. I start with the bombing, and then I look at who did it.
Right.
And then I look at
actual violence instead of words.
Yeah. I start with manifestations of gore, blood, and viscera.
Yeah.
I start with that.
But then again, it's like the only law we have against free speech is that the incitement of violence.
Yes. And honestly, I still am.
That's also murky.
I'm a free speech absolutist on almost all topics when it comes to that. I don't believe that incitement should be punishable. I think that the person who was incited is the perpetrator of the crime. So this is one of my it goes.
That's actually a good take. The guy that actually
commit the crime,
right?
Or committed the crime is the guy who committed the crime. The guy who told him to is the guy who told him to, and there's like a distinction.
The guy that convinced someone to do something.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. It was. Oh, that also gets murky because it. Yeah, never mind.
Well, I'm
not gonna go into that.
Yeah, I think that planning a crime, if you make effort to execute a crime, is.
What if that's someone's hobby? He's just planning bank robberies, but never goes through with them.
Yeah, and then one day his house gets broken into by just some he's in DC, right? And all of a sudden this group of 12-year-olds just storms his place, takes his vault or robs his safe, takes it with him, and then beats the ever-living piss out of him and leaves him for dead. And then all of a sudden he's arrested because all these kids go off and do bank robberies and stuff. And meanwhile, he's got broken limbs and he's hung up in a hospital peeing in a bucket. And
that's a fucking South Park episode. Well, a bunch of fucking 6-year-olds storm someone's house.
Well, that reference shouldn't be, it's not a deep reference, but it's a reference to Big Balls. Yeah, you remember Big Balls, the Doge employee?
Oh, yeah. I'm
sorry.
Sorry about it.
That derails a little bit, but it was news from this week. He got his ass whooped up in DC, and Trump was like, I'm just going to take over DC because of that. I mean, I'm not a million miles off, but I'm being facetious. I'm just having fun with it. Okay, so here's basically the titling and the summary of the executive order. It's a lot of legal jargon. We will not be reading through all of that, but we'll read the summary, the purpose of it at least, just to give people a context of what this specific executive order was intended to do. So as of August 7th, all right, by the authority vested in me. Okay, Section 1, the purpose. Financial institutions have engaged in unacceptable practices. Let me make sure you guys can actually see that. Looks good. Financial institutions have engaged in unacceptable practices to restrict law-abiding individuals and businesses' access to financial services on the basis of political or religious beliefs or lawful business activities, specifically that of adult, mature content. Some financial institutions participated in government-directed surveillance programs targeting persons participating in activities and causes commonly associated with conservatism and the political right following the events that occurred at or near United States Capitol January 6th. The federal government suggested that institutions flag individuals who made transactions related. We know a lot of that. Okay, so it's about MAGA. But here's, okay, so institutions flag transactions related to companies like Cabela's and Bass Pro Shop, or who made peer-to-peer payments that involve terms like Trump or MAGA. So you keyword searched Republican, conservative, MAGA, Trump, and you were like, get them.
What's funny is that Cabela's or Bass Pro is considered conservative, even though they just sell hunting and fishing stuff.
It's the Republicans buy shoes too thing.
You can fish and hunt if you're left.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there's a lot of leftists who love guns. Like, a lot of them. Like, the majority, I would argue, of leftists like guns. They just don't like when you have guns.
Hate guns until they shoot one.
No.
And then they're like, oh, this is fucking dope.
They don't like their political opponents having guns. They only like when their team has guns. That's all they like. They don't like they don't care. If they
kind of like the free speech is only good if they're the ones with the free speech.
This is such like a politics thing that this would be such a like a 2-hour conversation on its own.
Yeah, we're already almost an hour in.
Yeah, and we haven't even talked about the other 2 stories yet. Okay, we're gonna keep going though. Okay, bank regulators have used supervisory scrutiny and other influence over regulated banks to direct or otherwise encourage politicized or unlawful debanking activities. Operation Choke Points, for example, was well-documented systemic means by which federal regulators pushed banks to minimize their involvement with individuals, companies engaged in lawful activities, and industries disfavored by regulators based on factors other than individualized, objective, risk-based standards. That's the big one. It's the whether or not this is actually financially damaging to the payment processor or the bank, or is it just misaligned with their political values or their individual values? Now, here's a question. This is a little political, but it's impossible to avoid. Do you think that people individually should have the right to refuse service?
This is the topic that I was just about to get into. Yes.
Audience, chime in here. I want to know your guys' take. Do you think you, as an individual, if you own a business, you have the right to refuse service?
Basically doing yes, I would say.
You would say you do. Okay. Yeah. So is there so to expound on that, what restrictions to that would you favor?
Black.
Just no. We love our black audience. You guys are the best.
It was set up so
it really teed up very well, laid up, if you will.
No, it's like so I'm a mechanic. I had to end
black. Just drops.
I'm a mechanic. We have a very small business or whatever, and someone came in that ended up dumping their piss bottle in the gas tank instead of fuel additive, and I had to fix that. It's like, so yes, refuse service to that person. Obviously,
is that in your terms of service? Like, if you piss in a bottle,
if you piss in your gas tank, we're not going to fix your vehicle.
Okay, but what about the radiator? Because that's actually like a legitimate quick fix, right? Like, if your radiator is leaking and you need to cool it down,
close friends only.
Preferably only close friends, but terms of service need update.
Yeah, I mean, there are truck drivers that are let's go in the foreign persuasion that have shitholes in their cabs. They cut a hole in, they shit all over it, and it goes all over the transmission and back. So yeah.
All right.
Refusal of service. Yes, I'm not gonna. Just because you call doesn't say that I'm going to fix said vehicle.
Okay, let's put you in charge of Visa and Mastercard. You're in charge of both. Now they're merged. Vimasta. That's how I'm saying it. This isn't funny. I'm gonna stop that. That's not funny. That's not good.
But you're the equating of like refusal to work with someone based on political views is what we're getting at. It's like I don't think that should be a thing.
Well, even mature content, right? Like staying
I'll work on a porn star's vehicle.
But would you clean up a porn star's vehicle?
True.
I mean, would you clean up a
I'm
porn
not detailing.
Would you sell a porn star's vehicle?
Yeah.
There you go.
I just want to mention it was owned by a porn star.
Well, I mean, Visa and Mastercard, they should be on board with that too. Then, all right, let's finish up with the summary here, and then we'll move on to other things. But as
but you're getting to the point to where it's like you're refusing business on the ideological views, not like what they have done with your card or anything.
Well, here's my
I don't work. Businesses, we went as a country, we went over this with the whole cake scandal, where a cake shop refused to bake a cake for a gay wedding based on their religious views. It's like, I think that's totally fine. It's their religious views. Cool. So it's always down to an ideological one.
Well, okay, so when it comes to
but then he's like, do you give that right over to banking and whatnot to refuse people because they are right or left?
Well, the United States has a lawful monopoly of currency. You may use no other other tender. Like it's the United States dollar is the legal tender of the country. You can't do other transactions through other means like that. So you can't create.
Even vending machines won't take Canadian coins.
Yeah, which they shouldn't. Fuck Canada coins. We call them Canado. South Park. God damn, man. Well, but here's one distinction we haven't actually played with yet with this is that Visa and Mastercard are a monopoly versus like the cake shop with the lesbian cake shop thing. While the lesbian cake shop, it has another party right down the street that they are forfeiting that business relationship to.
There's an option to go get another cake from anywhere else.
Yeah, if Visa and Mastercard and other payment processors all get on the same bandwagon and say that this legal, lawful thing that you're doing is still not going to be allowed to exist or allowed to be to use our services, there is no alternative. This is why I'm open market or free market, but
we have laws against monopolies.
Well, they don't even get exercised. When was the last antitrust lawsuit that I actually was successful? I don't remember. I think it was Google with their when they did the Google Pixel, and it was like the phone related to their phone, and I think they even still won it. So I don't even know. That's a case I'm not familiarized with. I'm just trying to remember. If you guys know a better example, please put it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. I still need to finish this up. Okay, so as a result, individuals, their businesses, and their families have been subjected to debanking on the basis of their political affiliations, religious beliefs, or lawful business activities, and have suffered frozen payrolls, debt, crushing interest, and other significant harms to their livelihoods, reputations, and financial well-being. Such practices are incompatible with a free society and the principle that the provision of banking services should be based on material, measurable, and justifiable risks. Such practices, when wielded to discriminate against customers and businesses in credit transactions due to their religious and lawful the violations of Equal Opportunity Credit Act of 1691. Is that we
didn't have laws back then.
We weren't a country. It's like we weren't a country back then. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something very obvious with the history of that, or what that actually how that reads legally. They further undermine public trust in banking institutions, and their regulators discriminate against political beliefs and free expression of those beliefs, and weaponize a politicized regulatory state. Yeah, so a lot of it's, and then past that, it's all legal jargon, it's policy, it's definitions, it's removing reputations and risk. So I've previewed this, and so I'll give you guys, the audience, a brief summary. There's a in terms of service for a lot of these companies, it says something to the effect of, and I'm paraphrasing, that they can refuse their services of payment processing to content and sales that could potentially be that could potentially damage their image, reputation, or brand, and the executive order will now fine and penalize banking and institutions, payment processors, and industries like that saying that instead what they'll need to do is on a case-by-case basis demonstrate financial risks related to those businesses. You have to actually have a demonstrable you have to actually be able to break down the negative impact to your business on a case-by-case basis with these transactions. So
It's like when it comes to like payment processors, no one sees them as brands.
no, well, Visa and Mastercard are brands.
Yeah, but no one sees them as a brand. It's
Because
like,
they-
oh, you use Visa? What do you just purchase OnlyFans all the time?
Well, dude, I mean, by that definition, like, are you like American Eagle? Like, when was the last time you had
a brand.
It's a brand, but when was the last time you had that conversation or those words came out of your mouth about American Eagle?
Last week.
Bullshit. hard call on that. Like,
You buy American
all in.
Eagle? What are you, a Nazi?
I guess I have said that about the buckle, but it's just because it's so douchey.
No one sees payment processors as brands, even banks, really.
Well, they're matter-of-factly brands. I mean, they are.
They are legally defined as brands, but like as public opinion or the way you see it, no.
Like colloquially, they're they're what, a company? Like what are you like? What are you getting at?
I'm getting at to where it's not. No one's going to put blame or anything on a payment processor.
Oh, fair. Okay, fair enough. I see. Yeah, related to the content. Like if someone goes and they buy adult content, and then all of a
It's like,
sudden,
oh, that's gonna kick back on Visa. It's not.
well, and also again, you and
Or
Mastercard,
PayPal.
you guys have a monopoly. The whole idea is that they can't go anywhere, and so the content will just die off. That was the whole plan.
Yeah.
That's why you coordinated it too. It's like Visa made a decision, and then a year later, after waiting to see how
Wait,
that
you
affected
have
Visa,
Visa?
Mastercard did the same decision. But you see my point with that is that like they didn't do it out of step with each other to see how it worked. They both
Mastercard
did it.
Superior race.
Well, they did it
No
at
one's doing that shit.
Well, they did it at the same time. This is my point. It was coordinated. The idea, it was tactical in a way to take down massive slew of the internet, and it's the negative impact on gaming was significant with what got just purged out of the Steam marketplace. But if you're looking at the executive order is designed to protect people from debanking. I think this was not even on Trump's radar that I was going to actually sidestep and save gaming, save gaming and adult content in that universe. I don't think that was
Save
even on his
gaming
radar.
by osmosis.
Osmosis, yeah. All right, we have more to cover, but like, okay, so what is your like? I mean, are you kind of like neutral on because when was the last time you bought adult content? Just don't tell me. I don't actually.
5 hours ago. No.
Now, just been doing it like while we're here in the studio.
Yeah.
It's like
I've just been scrolling.
you haven't seen my hands
I
vanish.
actually pay for Cornhub.
My hands vanished under the. You got like the executive membership. With it.
I don't like advertisements.
I hate advertisements. I don't even like that.
No, it's well, it also that goes down to it's like what would you consider? What would you consider adult content? Because like there are games that have adult content in it, and be like if purchasing that
My
could
frustration.
equate. Or a movie that has like sex scenes in it or something.
Well, this is I guess this is a question that I think is important, but one that hasn't actually been relevant for a long time. Because you made the point earlier that you used to be able to go into GameStop and they would refuse you service to buy these mature games. And you could go into movie theaters and they would require that young people have an adult present with them to buy those adult tickets.
True.
Like this industry was far more regulated when it was like in-person physical copy. All of today, what is the point of this? Like you could check a box, hit confirm, and without any verification whatsoever. And first off, I'm not making the argument that your license, your personal ID should be the thing by which you are verified on the internet. I actually do believe in an open internet and more of a wild, wild west internet. I think that should be the case.
Well, yeah, I think it's parental regulation.
Right.
It's up to the parents. It's not up to any governing body.
But to answer your question is what makes something a mature piece of content, or what does it mean to be mature content?
Varies person to person.
Well, it varies person to person. Is subjective. We have some metrics. I mean, the ability to only use one swear word in Lord of the Rings because it was PG-13.
Yeah.
Love that story, by the way. For the audience, if you don't know,
Fly, you fucking fools.
yeah. the Lord of the Rings trilogy, because they were PG-13 films. You
could throw in one F-bomb or
one swear word.
So in a PG-13 film, you get one F-bomb.
Yeah.
You can throw it in anywhere. That's what they did in fucking
Guardians of the Galaxy
Guardians
3. I knew exactly where you were going with that. Yeah.
Just open the fucking door.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a huge laugh, even though it's like whatever. But
Yeah. But so it is subjective. There are some metrics you can use to kind of create guidelines, but yeah. But I think it's almost unimportant. I think it's like what there doesn't need to be category of content for that anymore, because even now this is a cultural issue where you have a lot of parents who just don't care that their kids are exposed to sexually explicit content.
Well,
Or they're agnostic to it. They're like they're gonna see it. They're gonna see it eventually. They might as well like
let me give
understand it or
Let me
know
give
it.
you an anecdotal one. So it's like my nephews are like 12 and 10, and my sister is questioning on even bringing them, because she's pretty religious.
Yeah.
Was questioning to even bringing them to Superman this weekend. I was kind of like replaying the movie in my head, and was like, would she accept this? It's all up to the parent.
Right.
Is all I'm saying.
Right. And I mean,
It's like if she doesn't want her kids to be exposed to some violence or Clark basically banging her out on the counter. It's like, yeah.
I love that scene. I love that. But no, I think it would be practical then for there to be a private sector like metric by which these movies are advised. Like if you could create some private sector website that said these movies are such and such rating via
I'm
this,
sure there's
and then
a website that is like, all right, so this is PG-13. It's like, well, there's a big all-encompassing PG-13. Like there are horror movies that are PG-13. There are almost like kids movies that are PG-13 because
Right.
of certain things.
well, and you don't.
There, I'm pretty sure there's a website where it's like, why is this thing PG-13?
Well, and
they'll explain
I'm
it.
pretty sure that there's like an actual governing agency or body that exists. Maybe it's just the FTC, but I'm pretty sure there is an agency that exists that actually has these ratings for films governed. So I don't know what the penalties are for like misrepresenting them or whatever.
Because the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me on MTV.
No, they try to shut me down on MTV.
Yeah.
So there's one line in there that it's like swing and a miss, but
Sorry, it's a 20-year-old
I like
song.
this so much better when you're the one fucking up versus me. 'Cause I'm the worst at it. Can we talk about Gina Carano now?
Yeah, we should probably switch stories. We're an hour in.
All right, Gina Carano. Okay,
And BT dubs, I can read too, so if you just need a break.
I could. I got a sore throat. It'd be awesome. Well, first, can you give the context to the Gina Carano thing? Maybe just like the backstory before we like dig the actual
Well,
stuff up.
Gina Carano was born in 1980.
Once upon a time in a small New England town.
So yeah, no, she worked for Disney star Lucasfilm on the Mandalorian project. Got fired because of quote unquote what was it?
Hate speech.
It was like reducing the significance of the Holocaust is what they
Right.
ended up getting down to. Where
Mhm.
she just made a comment saying that what the left is doing is kind of like what Germany was doing in the 40s. Whatever.
Mhm.
That's part of it. Another one is that her pronouns were bee boo bop or whatever.
I love that actually. What are they now? Oh, they're not there.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
just not
I just did a double take just to see if
But
she had.
she got fired and was suing over wrongful firing because her co-star Pedro Pascal, which is in everything and everyone knows him now,
I appreciate that.
did the same shit. Just he was left leaning instead
Right.
and was totally fine.
I love that people are starting to wake up to Pedro Pascal's like
Being a
like.
creep.
Well, he's
Being a creep and just in
everything. He's overused.
the U.S. has Pedro Pascal fatigue.
Yeah, I would say so. Well, and Disney's put
He was
so
actually
much
supposed to
fucking
be
money
in-
into him.
Yeah, he was actually supposed to be in that new horror movie, Weapons.
Oh,
The kids that go missing.
yep.
But he dropped out. It was like, oh, thank God. He was,
Stop. Yeah. If I see one more Pedro Pascal film,
I actually have high hopes for that movie,
well, and
which came out this weekend.
it's disingenuous to make it would be disingenuous to make an argument that Pedro Pascal is not talented. He is objectively talented. He is good actor, or he is a good actor, but
He's good actor.
he good actor. I am Groot. He is objectively a good talent, a well talented actor, but he's overused and
He has 3 movies out this summer.
he's intolerable.
Mm.
First off, how do you even schedule that time? Like, how do you actually be on set to be a lead character in 3 movies simultaneously?
Yeah, I mean, they all distribute at different times, but
Well, I guess he's probably with like they're. I'm assuming that most of them were one studio or all parts of this maybe small studios, parts of a parent company.
could be. It's also like fucking Ice Cube has a War of the Worlds movie out that was filmed in like 2020 or 2021, and that just came out 2 weeks ago.
How did I not hear about this? Did this one get split?
It's got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, and people love it for how bad it is.
Oh,
Because I think it's just like a FaceTime movie.
Oh, so like you'd almost call like what Cloverfield was with like guerrilla tactics, but the modern like
This all takes place on a webcam.
The modern Gen Z like take of it or version of it. It's like, yeah, no, thank you.
By the way, Cloverfield is awesome.
Cloverfield it's something.
It's amazing.
It's a thing. So the lawsuit. So we had actually been covering some of the major updates for it, and actually one of our first big videos that did really well was talking about Gina Carano's lawsuit and the update with it. So wrongful termination, wrongful firing, the Pedro Pascal hypocrisy from Lucasfilm. Then all of a sudden you get Elon Musk jumps into the fray, and he decides he's going to help fund the lawsuit from Gina Carano, helping pay for the legal team and any other fines or fees that she would need to cover in order to push this thing forward. The major breaking news that happened last year, towards the end of last year, was that Gina Carano's lawsuit had made it to Discovery. It had gotten past standing, and it had gotten past the baseline level, which is incredibly rare for someone like Disney Lucasfilm to actually take that L. But they did. All of a sudden, she's passed and she's moving on to Discovery. Fast forward to today,
which we all wanted.
we just
want Discovery.
Celebrated the absolute hell out of it, dude. We were so hyped on that episode. I was stoked. I was like, this is the thing we wanted. We wanted to know. We wanted them exposed for all the bullshit. Now, so fast forward to today. Here's the news from Gina Carano. Now, this broke 2 days ago, and we just had the podcast today. So, timing. All right, so in response to Variety posting, Gina Carano, Disney settle lawsuit. Can you guys all see that? Okay. Gina Carano, Disney settle lawsuit or legal dispute over Mandalorian firing, and we look forward to identifying opportunities to work together in the future, as a quote from Lucasfilm.
Which I hope she does not go back.
Dude, I can't imagine a scenario where she wouldn't go back. I'll break that down.
I think she got enough money to do her own thing.
She started with enough money. Okay, so...
Well, yeah,
I am frustrated with this story. I hate this story, first and foremost. Let me just put my bias out in the world. I am pissed off. I am pissed off about this. This is the L we deserve for taking our eye off the ball and, giving support to the wrong people. This is my take on it. I'll expand more as we get into it, but let's just read Gina's response to it. Lucasfilm put out their post, their quotations, fluffing it up, saying, we don't think you're a Nazi anymore. We don't think you're like Lady Hitler and the worst thing that ever existed. You're not a
Lady Hitler. You can't buy that on Steam anymore.
Yeah. We would love the opportunity, and we're looking forward to working with you, etc., etc. Then Gina comes in. Okay, so I have come to an agreement with Disney Lucasfilm, which I believe is the best outcome for all parties involved. I hope this brings some healing to the Force. Okay, so that line there, I hope this brings some healing to the Force, is a huge fuck you to the audience, because here's how I'm taking it. She's glad to be back to Star Wars stuff. She's glad to have the opportunity to talk about Star Wars again. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, what's the point of that sentence being in there? I hope this brings...
Because she got fired from a Star Wars show, so I think it was just a play on that.
But she hasn't been...
I think you're looking too deep into it.
No, 4 years ago, she was fired from a Star Wars show. Why is she bringing it back up? Like,
this is the whole point of the lawsuit, though, is being fired from the Star Wars show.
I mean, being fired wrongfully, and then it was a Star Wars show. The Star Wars show is irrelevant to how she was fired.
I think you're irrelevant.
Yo, bitch ass. All right, I want to extend my deepest and most heartfelt gratitude to Elon Musk, a man I've never met who did this good Samaritan deed for me in funding my lawsuit. Thank you, Mr. Musk and X, for backing my case and asking for nothing in return.
That's kind of wild that they never met.
Yeah, honestly, I thought this came up on FNT where several of them have met Gina, and like Gina and Musk were talking at a party. I thought that they had explicitly met. So, I mean, she's saying she hasn't met him, so probably not.
Yeah, I wasn't in the room, so I don't know.
Right. And I'm not saying she's lying. I thought I heard differently. My bad.
But it's wild for like Musk to like fund this entire lawsuit and then just like they never meet.
This is wild here. Do you remember all the damage that Bob Iger did to X in the early days of Elon coming on? And then all of a sudden, he's got the opportunity to drop a crab on steroids and rabies into his underwear and just like give him a wedgie.
What kind of fucking analogy was that?
Dude, it's like, well, I mean, that's what that would be like.
I know. That was just way out of left field.
I am a very left field guy, a very wild guy, I'm unpredictable. To my lawyers who walked me through this unknown territory, thank you for your wisdom and guidance. I am humbled and grateful to God for his love and grace in this outcome. I'd like to thank all of you for your unrelenting support. Throughout my life and career, you've been the heartbeat that has kept my story alive. I hope to make you proud. I am excited to flip the page and move on to the next chapter. My desires remain in the arts, which is where I hope you'll join me. So yeah, you're. I hate this so much,
I heard
dude.
that she just wanted to like, I don't know if it was like start her own studio or something, but she wanted to do her own thing. Well, it's like first off, she doesn't need the money.
Sell out.
She was, I think she came from rich parents. She became rich in the UFC and acting and whatnot, so it's not like she really needed the money. The whole point of the lawsuit was to get Discovery on Lucas.
Yeah,
film.
Exactly. And that we didn't get.
That's what we wanted the most out of it.
We didn't even get a disclosure of what the settlement was. Like, we have gotten nothing.
Everyone's congratulating her. It's like, yeah, you won the lawsuit. It's like, no, you fucking settled.
Yeah.
Out of court.
Dude, okay, so I
want to know how much you fucking got.
I want to know.
Maybe it's a bill.
Dude, I doubt it. Maybe. But I mean, like, to do...
Just so they don't have to go to Discovery?
Spend $1 billion so that they don't have to go to Discovery? What would that do?
What would the dollar amount be for you? Like, say you're suing Lucasfilm and you can go to Discovery. Would there be a dollar amount that you would take to be like, all right?
No, there isn't. And the fact that Elon Musk like didn't say anything about this sets me on fucking fire. Okay, there is not a dollar amount that could get me off of Disney's ass if I had this lawsuit.
$50.
Fuck, man. Make it 60 and we got a deal.
Good steak and a baked potato.
Oh my god, taters. That's taters. Dude, there's not a dollar amount that could have gotten me off of Disney and Lucasfilm's ass with this with this lawsuit if I got as far as she did. Getting past Discovery was the biggest hurdle you had. Your legal team. You just have to keep paying your legal team, and you absolutely crush them. And you were already a dude. I looked up her net worth just in response to this. I was so pissed off, and I was just curious, like, how much is she even freaking worth? A couple of different sources said 4 million. Might be less.
I think she's worth more than that.
I think I don't know what it is, so I'm not trying to like lock in and just say as a matter of factly. But there were two different sources that pulled the same number. So 4 million is the number I have to work with. So. But let's say it's half that. Let's say it's $2 million. Dude, I could retire as a normal person with $2 million. She's like an heiress, and she comes from money. She has a successful career. She is still talented. She just grabbed Disney by the balls and twisted, and she could be in almost anything she wants. And Disney's losing so much power with all of these failures with Marvel. You have other studios that are trying to come up. You could do your own studio with the money you have and start from scratch. Think about like Blumhouse and what they did with fucking Paranormal Activity. You have Angel Studios came up from literally nothing, but Angel Studios had like a really good marketing. They worked with to the religion. They reached out to their religious communities for assistance. I mean, you can do that grassroots thing and start small, which is the biggest mistake that every studio makes right now is they spend way too much fucking money on all their projects. Why on earth would you cave to this? I might be getting, the comments after the video come out might be like, dude, you're hard on her. Like she got it's like she deserves to be able to walk away from this and everything else. It's like, then she didn't deserve my fucking support. Then she didn't deserve us having her back. Is this what everyone had her back to have happen? Like, rewind a year, rewind 6 months. Is this what you wanted as an individual is this what you gave Gina Carano your support for? If the answer is yes, this is what you wanted, all right, I'll take that L. I will.
It's a quote-unquote win, but the
audience doesn't even know what we won. The audience doesn't even know what the win is. We don't know what
just got money.
Yeah, we don't know what the settlement even is.
But like, you can kind of equate this going back to politics. Candace Owens is getting sued by the French Prime Minister,
the French King. Yes,
the French King right now.
Yeah,
and she's like all in. She wants Discovery or whatnot.
Yeah,
because Okay, she's getting sued over claiming that Macron's wife is actually a dude.
Husband.
Yeah. It's like, so she's going to go all the way with Discovery. She doesn't really give a fuck.
You know,
so if that one also fails not to make a Discovery, I'm be like, all right, I'm out. Well, any politics, whatever,
you know, this
any lawsuit is like, it's just about the money.
This is the ultimate call your bluff moment from Candace Owens to the left and to like the trans movement. It's like, you walk down the street, you think that like you just all of a sudden know if it's a man or a woman. It's like, yes. It's like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna sue you. It's like, yeah, we're gonna find this shit out. We're not moving on from this. You wanted this fight.
I want the truth, damn it.
You could have just.
You can't handle the truth.
Honestly, political people like taking things to heart. Like this is my like Trump reacting. The White House. That I don't even know if Trump has actually said much about the South Park thing, but I think he said it was like South Park's irrelevant or something.
No, the White House. The
White House said something.
Said something that South Park hasn't been relevant in 20 years.
Yeah,
it's like, you dumb motherfucker.
Bro, that is the Matt Walsh take of the White House, where it's like, oh, Star Wars is like so boring and lame, and also Lord of the Rings is stupid. It's like, Matt Walsh, you just watch sports and shut the fuck up.
I think he just wants to be
relevant.
No, it's
you know, in fairness,
what the fuck is it called when you go against like the grain?
Counterpoint, contrarian.
Contrarian.
He
just wanted to be a contrarian.
I mean,
but when it comes to Gina Carano, I would say this is an L.
I think this is an L also. I think that we could have gotten Discovery pushed out, and I think that all you need to do, think of it this way. Let's say you get your first wave of Discovery, because as I understand it, Discovery is not typically just bulk dropped and delivered in like trucks. It's you get segments of what you're asking for at a time, and Gina goes through like, all right, we got first flash drive from such and such like area of the company, we're gonna go through that stuff, and you do that, you start publicizing and pushing out like this Discovery you're finding just like one day at a time. Every day you just drop a new little tidbit, and you just wait till they call Mercy and call Uncle. Even if we got something out of Discovery plus her like, she could still have gotten this settlement, and probably worse if she had made them bleed a little bit. Maybe
Disney was like, yeah, take the settlement or we kill your dog.
You know what? That is kind of their prerogative. They are pretty violent people.
This is a hypothetical.
This is an analogy.
What I'm saying.
It's a simile or a metaphor.
Maybe Disney's so powerful that it was just like,
well, they
take the settlement or we do something heinous.
Well, they are powerful. I mean, could you imagine being the Disney, like Bob Iger, and pulling in like the janitor and being like, all right, we're going to report you to ICE. Or you could go kill Gina Carano's dog. In game, and not IRL, in game. So, I mean, dude, that's what power looks like. It's you go grab the gardener, and then you say, go do this thing, or arrivederci.
Very true. Yeah.
As an Italian.
Yeah, but everyone's saying like this is a fucking win with Gina Carano. It's like, it's not.
It really isn't.
It isn't anything that we hoped for. From the get-go of this lawsuit, everyone was like, yes, we want Discovery, we want to figure out what's going on behind the scenes, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, they settled out of court. It's like, oh, good on Gina. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
In my mind, this is a bridge burned for me. Elon said...
You had a bridge?
Well, I wanted to see Gina Carano be quote-unquote successful, and then the question is, well, what does successful mean? In my mind, I wanted them to publicize Discovery. This was the reason I gave my support to Elon and Gina to the extent that I did. But you know, a Gina Carano movie, I'm not gonna back it. I'm not gonna say it. If it's a good movie, it'll be a good movie on the merits. It won't be because Gina Carano's in it. It'll be a good movie because it is. But I'm not gonna like benefit of the doubt's gone. All of this goodwill is just burnt. Like I don't know who is. Okay, so did you watch FNT last night? What are people in the space saying?
I watched it when I was playing Diablo 4, so I wasn't really paying attention.
Zoned in and out.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. RK Outposts was talking about it a little bit, and it's kind of the same thing where it's like there was so much we should have gotten from it, and Gina got what she needed, so good for her. But and in my mind, like, what a sellout. I was like, this is an example of backing the wrong fucking horse and getting like absolutely shafted for it. Like the amount of people who went to and followed her over to like the Daily Wire for her project over there, and who have been kind of championing and like giving their support or putting their support behind her and cheering her on. Yeah, none of you got anything you were actually asking for at the time. if you're changing up your position now and you're saying good on her, you're coping. You're just saying
That could just be cope.
you just say Disney had to pay money. You don't even know how much it was, but they had to pay money. Disney has no problem paying money. Disney loses money on almost every movie they put out. They have absolutely no love for money, but they do love their reputation, and we could have absolutely crushed it.
Yeah.
With like some of the discovery of what they were saying, and also,
well, Disney's rep is already way down.
well,
so.
even if you didn't want to like take down Disney, let's say you like Disney's content. Let's say you're one of those people, but you hated what they did.
One of those.
Well, but you hated what.
What kind of Disney fan are you? New Disney or old Disney?
But you hated what they did with Star Wars. The Discovery would have taken Kathleen Kennedy's like comments, and you could have put Kathleen Kennedy on absolute blast and put her out of the fucking industry. Like, there's gonna be, I would bet money there's stuff in Kathleen Kennedy's like messages back and forth that would have made that very, very embarrassing for her. I mean, so I don't know, man. The amount of people that could have gone down with this would have been epic. It would have been the most epic takedown in pop culture.
This feels a lot like all those like Senate hearings and whatnot, where they bring like the CEO of Apple or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, you do all this illegal shit, blah 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 blah." And it's like, bam, I got my YouTube short, and that's it. There's like nothing comes of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm out on Gina Carano. Bridge burnt. Elon, just don't say a fucking thing. I mean, I can't believe that this
He's been quiet since he left Doge.
He's on X, and he's talking like every hour on X. So I mean, he's definitely still doing big stuff, but none of it's breaking the news anymore. After he left the White House, everyone kind of got tired of like shitting on. As soon as he started to shit on Trump, he's no longer the problem, and so he's not in the mainstream. So like, yeah. I think honestly, I was kind of hoping for this kind of romantic like bromance coming back between Elon and Trump over like Big Balls getting his ass whooped. We're like we have to like come back together to fight the evil woke.
A few months ago, it's like, did you hear? They broke up. Who broke up?
Elon and Trump.
Elon.
Yeah. He had to give back the car. No.
Lost the car in the divorce.
Oh man. What? Okay, so that's the news with that's the news with
the Doge.
That's the news with Gina Carano. She's setting off to new horizons. She's onward to wherever Disney money took her. So she got bought. So awesome. Have fun with that. Good on her. She got to be paid. She got to be more rich. She got to be more rich. And we all look like fucking clowns for pretending like she was.
Well, it's basically just being compensated for being ousted by Hollywood.
Yeah.
But so that's how people see it as a win. She got compensated for it, but
yeah, but she was already going to be. She was going to be more successful just by leaning into what the audience wanted and making decent content.
It's not like after taking the outs that all of a sudden the gates of Hollywood open up again. It's like, oh, you're welcome back.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You know what? Good for her. She's good for her. It's
whatever.
Let's talk about what's going on with Fantastic Four. I need to cheer up a little bit. I am absolutely like set off by that one. We should have done that one last.
I guess so.
Well, I'll just say it. That one pissed me off a considerable amount. Fantastic Four, maybe that'll cheer me up, hearing how it's doing badly at the box office. Oh, wait, you sent me the thing, and I actually just didn't pull it up.
Wow, producer.
Well, can you imagine being you? It's like...
Yeah, it's actually kind of easy.
Now try being me. It sucks. This is a hard life, man.
That like Chris Rock said in The Longest Yard, you're white. Smile.
Smile. I love that. That's actually funny. All right, okay, so we got some stuff over here from Box Office Mojo. We are talking Fantastic Four, First Steps 2025, longest title. So basically what we've got so far is that out of all releases, we have 384 million worldwide from being in the box office for about 3 weeks. So
so it's performing less than Superman did, which everyone had their like bets on like what was going to be dominant in July, and the dinosaur movie obviously won.
Yep. Jurassic
World Part 7.
Scarlett Johansson variant.
Yeah, which they make big bucks overseas. But then it was the,
Jurassic World, Black Widow crossover.
it's fucking whatever. But then the debate came up. It's like, what's going to do better, Superman or Fantastic Four? And everyone was hedging their bets on Superman. Superman didn't perform that well either.
Well, let's pull that one up real quick because we got Superman right here. Superman's been in the box office a couple weeks. Well, and it's been in the box office a couple weeks longer.
Almost a month now.
Right. So the domestic opening had it at 125 million, and right now today it's at 565 million. So, considerable amount more. But again, it's been in theaters 2 extra weeks, something like that. And then you had the opening weekend for Fantastic Four at 117. And again, they were trying really, really hard to make they were putting it out there that this is a what would it be? I'm sorry, I'm blanking on what I was pulling up there, but this was going to be a new launching off, an isolated film with no homework to do. They were trying to make this look as though it was going to be a start to a new to a new beginning for Marvel also. And you know what?
And no one went to go see it.
No one went to go see it because it's not the only reason that people were staying with Marvel was because it was all part of one big long continuum, and now you said they had something starting new.
Yeah, so they had 117 mil, almost 118 mil on opening weekend, and the next weekend it dropped off 80%.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen. Like a normal is like 50 to 60.
Yeah.
Drop off. This is 80. I haven't seen that before at all.
Well, I think
well, first off, we didn't go see it because
I can't.
I'm just done with Marvel. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
We got Doomsday coming out next year, and
hey guys, help us out. If we get
no setup for it whatsoever.
If we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll put out a poll, and you guys can pick one Marvel movie that's going to be upcoming, and we will have to go review it. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, if you guys get us there, we'll go watch any one Marvel movie of your choice, and think about what's coming from Marvel. Think about what they're going to do in the future. You could put us through some absolute fucking hell. All right, get to work, guys. Let's do it. Let's all be the change we want to see on the channel in the world.
I mean, we're gonna go see Doomsday.
We're definitely gonna go see Doomsday. But think about like what comes next. It's gonna be like Captain Ant-Man America in the Hulk butthole of the universe.
That's Spider-Man 4.
I'm actually kind of excited. Tom Holland's Spider-Man actually is one IP that I actually really do like, and I want to see.
Just don't care. I don't care about Marvel whatsoever anymore.
You don't.
It's been done since 2019.
You're okay, but you're not curious about what
don't care.
Tom Holland Spider-Man comes out of like that whole situation with. You're just satisfied with
don't care.
Fair enough. You could be apathetic, you little bitch.
Apathy is worse than hatred when it comes to entertainment. So
fair enough.
But like with the Superman one, I wanted to see because it's the beginning of the DCEU.
Yeah, Batman being your favorite superhero and some version of him. Some version of Batman being your favorite superhero. No wonder you loved it.
Well, it's like we came out kind of liking Superman, and it's not great. There's bad things in it, but there's great things in it. Whatever.
There's a lot of exposition in the first act of the movie. It's almost all exposition where they have to explain everything that's going on.
I think I heard the best description of Superman is that it's like a second movie in a trilogy.
Yeah, that's
like we missed the whole first part.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think
you didn't need an origin, but
well, and I mean, this is as good as any other, or this is as good as almost any other origin movie, I would say. I mean, there's the quality of the film is not great in specifically the exposition, the writing, and how it kind of comes about. But I would say that the actual bones of it, where you have this overcoming of these
use your words.
I'm struggling, dude. Yeah, he's overcoming all the obstacles that he's being faced with in the beginning, and he's alone, right? Like the other Justice League members who are in the movie don't actually aid him.
Justice Gang,
yeah.
Gang. But yeah, this is like when it comes to Marvel, and I'm saying that like I don't care. People have been saying that there's superhero fatigue going on. And it's like, no, it's not superhero fatigue. It's bad movie fatigue. It's like right now, I'm kind of like leaning towards it is probably superhero fatigue because I don't give a fuck about anything coming out next. The next DC movie is Supergirl.
Yeah, and we all kind of you get a glimpse of her in Superman, and it's not the thing that's gonna put your ass in a seat. And honestly, Supergirl's not really that important of a character. Okay, if you're a fanboy of Supergirl, don't attack me over this. It's just she's not a founding member of the JLA. She's not anything. She's a secondary character that visits Earth later after most things are already established. Like in most timelines for DC, she is not a front character. So just chill out.
Yeah, it's like Superman. You have a Superman movie. It's supposed to get up to damn near. I mean, fucking, we're sitting at 565 right now worldwide for Superman. The Batman in what, 21, 22?
Yeah. Yep.
That made over $700 million. So it's like you're starting a franchise off with a movie that made $200 million less than a standalone Batman movie.
Can I throw this out there?
And then your next movie is going to be Supergirl, which is going to make even less because more people don't give a fuck about Supergirl.
Matt Reeves should have been the one to pilot the DC universe going forward off of the Robert Pattinson Batman. I mean, think of it this way. They already are leaning into that universe by doing The Penguin, which was also hugely popular. Robert Pattinson's actually really liked as Batman. The movie did well, and Batman is arguably just as good of a starting point as any other DC character.
Start street level and then just get weird with it.
Why not? I mean, you got the Dark Knight detective thing down. You got I think that
I'm gonna owe you $100, by the way.
I'm looking forward to that.
Because the Batman 2 is gonna come out.
I might take up smoking just to light that $100 bill on fire to start to light a cigar. I might light a cigar with that $100 bill. I mean, I have to, right? Just got to. No, I'll probably buy some treats for Bayako or something.
What happens when that drops and it does better than your DCEU movies?
Nothing.
The Batman 2 will do better.
No, I would be surprised.
People
if it
like
doesn't.
the first one, even though they bitch all the time about the third act.
I think you have a reasonable expectation that
like
the Penguin audience will show up as well. I think the biggest issue with depending on the Penguin audience to show up is the amount of time you've taken between projects. That's, I think, the biggest argument against them showing up. But
yeah, because we're not going to get that movie till 2027.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. But here, but what would your take on? Are they doing a season 2 of Penguin? No, it's just they're just putting
one season. Colin Farrell said that I think he was signed to 2 movies. It might have been 3.
Mm-hmm.
So he's definitely going to be in the next one, which it would be dumb not to include him in the next Batman movie because of the popularity of the Penguin show and how great it fucking was.
Would you accept another Joker? Like in Robert Pattinson's universe, would you take another Joker and be open to accepting him or that version of him?
Yes. Was that a deleted scene or an after credits scene where the Riddler is in prison and the Joker is
it was in
next to him?
It was in the theatrical. It was like an end scene.
Was it?
Yeah.
Not that Joker.
No. Well, and not that Joker, not Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, and not Jared Leto's Joker. Honestly, L's. Just L's down the line. Even
I mean, it's a pretty high bar.
Well, what was the what's that Harley Quinn cartoon show where they had a Joker in that Harley Quinn show as well? That Joker also sucked. Dude, they can't do Joker well anymore.
It's fine. He's got a rogues gallery, dude. There's plenty of other villains to bring in. You don't need a Joker in every Batman franchise that launches.
I agree. I agree. My take is that I would not. I think that any Joker they could attempt after Heath Ledger is not going to be successful. You need young people who did not. Basically, you remember how when we grew up, we had the OG, the early the 90s, Batman movies that many millennials kind of skipped over, and so you're going back and watching some of the ones you missed out on. Now we need that timeline to kind of happen with the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy, so people are not equating Heath Ledger's Joker to the best / most iconic. People will know, but it'll be adults who will know. That's when you could probably safely put Joker back into the fray of a mainstream one again. Because if you keep doing these failed, stupid clown Jokers that are written by millennial Hollywood writers, you're just fucking up so hard, dude. Stop doing it.
True. It's everyone. A lot of people are saying it's you should put do a street version of Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, you could.
Mr. Freeze is one of the more interesting villains.
Yeah, he does have a good story. He has a really good story to him. I think that you'd be really good introducing someone like so obviously Christopher Nolan's trilogy pulled all of the best mainstream ones. So I think you could safely reuse Scarecrow, Two-Face, Ra's al Ghul. Slade would be one that'd be really cool one to introduce, especially if you bring in an actually good Robin. I would actually be pretty excited to see a Robin coming forward.
You'd be excited if there was some Dick in this Batman too.
Love Dick in Batman. Yeah, absolutely.
You remember they brought Slade in after credits on BVS, Batman vs Superman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He came out of the van or whatever, or the back of the van, or
no, he's on a yacht with
is that
with Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor, and then nothing came of it.
Oh, fair. Okay, I might have misremembered that, but I know you're right, because I know I've seen that variant of Slade. Nothing happened with.
Yeah.
But I would say that
Deathstroke, right?
Deathstroke, yeah. I would love to see them bring in a Robin. I would settle for almost any Robin at this point.
Well, I mean, we can skip because the Batman takes place year 2 Batman.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's been like 3-4 years since then. So we could just jump into year 5 Batman, and then he runs into Dick Grayson and ends up basically adopting him. Yeah. That would be cool. I would love to see a good Robin.
I would too. I mean, I think that there's a practical issue of having a kid fight an adult. But if you
late teens,
you could probably pull that off. Robert Pattinson still looks really young, and it's hard to make him look old.
I think Robert Pattinson's going to be older than Ben Affleck was when he played Batman, which is insane.
That is insane. He doesn't look it.
He's got a baby face, but he's in his 40s, bro.
Yeah. He's got the Benjamin Buttons.
Benjamin Buttons.
All right, I think that pretty much anything else you want to throw out there into Fantastic Four's kind of orbit on this one?
I think superhero movies are dead.
You think so?
For the most part, yeah.
I can't think of a single one I'm looking for. After Deadpool and Wolverine, I kind of just said, I got what I needed. If they brought Wesley Snipes back as Blade, I'd definitely put Bayako to sleep in order to get tickets.
What was it? Was it Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts,
probably in between. What did Thunderbolts do? Because I think it did less.
It did bad. Thunderbolts did not great.
But it's even the Fantastic Four is supposed to be like a fresh start, first new steps. Blah 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 blah.
Thunderbolts 2025 did 382. So actually, it's not. Well, yeah,
it's still under what the Fantastic Four is,
but not by a lot, and that's its entire run. But after 3 weeks, Fantastic Four is only $3 million ahead. And it's probably not going to have legs much longer. I don't think this.
If you're Kevin Feige, that's in charge of the MCU right now, wouldn't you just be like, "What the fuck do we have to do to get a good movie?"
After this weekend, I would bet 435, 425. Like if this gets another 50 to 60 million over this weekend, that'd be about what I'd.
Well, it's not going to.
No, I mean, but that's kind of where I say this movie settles. I don't think this movie is going to be $100 million over $100 million over Thunderbolts.
Yeah, but the next movie is Doomsday, and it's just a cameo fest. I don't think there's going to be much of a story there at all.
No,
it's just going to be like, hey, do you want to see fucking Ian McKellen's Magneto go against RDJ's Doomsday for 2 seconds?
Honestly,
I think that's going to be the whole movie.
Honestly, you could do that in a YouTube short, and I'd kind of be excited to see it.
Yeah,
I do want to see that.
I'm not going to pay $70 to go see it, though.
No, well, fair enough. I am. that's right. But no, Doomsday. We got that to look forward to. Spider-Man 4. Yeah. But you're right. I think that there's something to be said.
Spider-Man 4. I saw a headline the other day that said this is going to feature a less violent Punisher. So it's like they're gonna nerf him in the next movie. You
know what looks really good though is Odyssey with Tom Holland and the guy, the actor who plays Berthel. Thank you, the guy who plays Punisher. Yeah, Odyssey looks like it'll be really good. I've only seen like the teaser trailer, so really short, almost no context to it. But holy crap!
Yeah, there are only 3 movies I can say that I kind of look forward to. I'm looking forward to Avatar 3 just because.
It'll be an excuse.
That's my guilty pleasure is the Avatar movies.
Sure.
Where it's like I don't think they're great,
No.
but I've seen them multiple times.
Well, and it's a story it's a story you already know as well. I mean, you don't have to
They're
like.
bringing in the firebenders now.
Yep.
But yeah, you got that Dune Messiah.
Oh yeah, hyped.
And yeah, Odyssey, and I don't know what else is coming over.
So we're definitely going to be reviewing that. We'll stay on Marvel. We'll keep you guys posted if we do. We'll keep you guys posted on what's coming up. If you guys have any things you guys would want to recommend or have us cover, make sure to throw them in the comments, and we'll look at doing that next week. Don't forget, tune in next week for another episode of the Third Party Podcast, coming to you guys at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on Saturdays. Sundays at 6 p.m. You can come hang out. Sunday Slackers, we are going to be streaming. It's the Cody and I. We're going to be gaming. And then, starting sometime next week, we are going to bring back Bannerlord, Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord, doing another campaign. Kind of had some technical issues this week that delayed it, and then a little bit of... I apologize. It's my personal character flaw. I'm overcoming it.
Time management.
Time management. I got a new puppy, so I life. People got to breathe, you know. But guys, don't forget, there is merch. The new merch is coming up in the links in the description, so go check that out. You can support the channel by subscribing. It's free. It's the best way to support us. Smash the like button and share the videos out there. And don't forget to come hang out with us on those streams I've already mentioned. And in the meantime, guys, if you guys are working on any projects, or if you have any passion projects you guys want to be working on, come hang out in the Triggerfuse Studio Discord. It's a fun place to hang out. We got a lot of cool people in there, and we really want to encourage you guys to go work on your own independent projects and find your own way to contribute to the pop culture space, to the nerd space. We have a dying need for additional new content for everyone to get excited about, and I think your projects could get you there. Don't forget, go tell your stories. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Bye.
I tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life.